Hi, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my brush collection, and all of my brushes live in these two containers, as you may have seen on some of the background of my videos. And this one, I think I got it from Sainsbury's, and it's just like a holder for toothbrushes for the bathroom, so you can find it in the bathroom section. But it's really old, but I quite like sort of like the silver bottom and the clear here. And this one, I can't remember, I think I got it from the Range or something like that, but you can find it online. I've left a link already on one of my videos, but I'll leave the link down below again. I just think it's really cute. It's got like these little cutout hearts, and yeah, I think it's really cute. So I keep all of my face brushes on this one and all of my eye brushes on this one. So I'll start with the eye brushes. First, Stigma brushes, blending brushes. They're so fluffy, so soft, and they blend eyeshadows really, really well on the crease, and I absolutely love them. As you can see, they're all dirty because I've been using them, and I really I like the size of it as well. I like that these are like the mini versions, because you don't have a hugely long handle, because you know I don't do anything with the handle, so why should it have such a big handle? But anyway, I really like these. I think they're really soft and cheaper than MAC, I think, and just as good. And whilst I'm on the blending brushes subject, my MAC 217 blending brush is really nice as well. As you can see, you can compare them and see that they're very similar. I think the difference is the MAC one is a little bit thinner, so you can get more precision with it, whilst the Sigma one, it's a bit fluffier. It sort of like opens up a bit more fluffy, especially for me because I've got small eyes. The MAC one is a bit more precise. Another blending brush that I've added on to my favourites is a recent purchase, and it's the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, and this is a pointed blending brush, and it's absolutely amazing because, like I said, I've got really small eyes, and sometimes all I want is to blend a small area of my crease, and the point just fits exactly where my crease is. So this, out of all these blending brushes, this is my favourite, then the MAC one, and then the Sigma ones. For concealer brushes, I've only got two, and I don't really like the e.l.f. one. The one that I really like is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. Love this to apply concealer, especially after I've done my makeup. If I've had any fallout on my under my eye area, I put a little bit of concealer and just sort of blend it with this brush, and it's brilliant. It does the job so well, and yeah, I really like it. And it's I think it comes in as part of a kit that Real Techniques do, which I don't like. I hate it when they put these amazing brushes in a kit, because if I want to get another one of those, I've got to buy the whole kit all over again. But it's good value for money, and it's much cheaper than MAC brushes. So I absolutely love this brush for concealer. And the type of brush that I have the most is these flat eyeshadow brushes. Now, I don't like all of them, and there's some of them that I really hate. The number 7 eye color brush, I really don't like this brush. It's really stiff and just doesn't apply colour very well. I also don't like the Jolly Box one, and I know it was a freebie with the box, but I don't like it. The Urban Decay ones, I don't really like these like stiff flat eyeshadow brushes. I think they need to be a bit softer in order for you to apply the shadow, and they are, I don't know, they're just a bit too stiff for me. They're okay. If my other brushes are dirty, I will use them, but I won't choose them over the other ones. But I really like the blending side of it, and I know I didn't include it on my blending brushes because it's not one of my favourites, but I do use it sometimes. But again, it's really stiff, and I don't like really stiff brushes. This e.l.f. Concealer brush, it's a flat brush, so I included it as a flat eyeshadow brush. Again, it's really stiff, but I do really like it sometimes when I want to pack on the colour. So I would say that my top flat eyeshadow brushes would be, first of all, my Japonesque one, because it's such a soft brush. As you can see, it is quite dense, but it's not stiff. It's really soft. You can get a lot of eyeshadow very quickly onto your eye with this brush, so I really like that. So that's my favourite. My second favourite is the Real Techniques shading brush. It has a similar shape to the Japonesque one, but as you can see, the Japonesque one is a bit flatter and a bit wider, and the Real Techniques one is a bit narrower and a bit thicker. I like them for different things. This one I like when I want to apply a lot of colour at once, and this one I like when I want to apply colour more detail and more precisely. So, but I'd say like for general purposes I prefer this one to this one. And then my third favourite is my MAC 239 brush, which is really good as well, but I still prefer these two, and I would put the e.l.f. one in fourth place. So this is the ranking for the flat eyeshadow brushes. For brow and lash combs, there's really only one that I like, and it's the Japonesque one. I don't really like this one, but I do have it just in case I need it. But yeah, this is my favourite one. The bristles are really firm, which is really nice when you're trying to brush your eyebrow and you want it to stay in place. So I really like this one. Now for precision brushes, I've got a few here, and I really don't have a favourite because I don't really use them that much, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick the Real Techniques accent brush. Sometimes I use this to highlight the inner corner, and yeah, it's really nice, really small. As you can see, they're all tiny. This one, Real Techniques, what's it called? Pixel Point Eyeliner Brush. Don't really like it that much. If anything, I like it to blend my eyeliner rather than to apply it, but I don't really do that often. The Real Techniques Detailer brush, sometimes I use it for lip liner, but I don't use that much lip liner anyway, so I tend not to use it that much. And these other two are they're just there because I have them and I don't want to throw them away. But anyway, the only one that I really use is the accent brush out of all of these here. For angled eyeliner brush, I only have 3, and I use all 3 of them for different things, and I love all 3 of them. My Japonesque angled eyeliner brush I use for my eyebrows because I think it's quite dense and quite stiff, and for my eyebrows I don't want something that's really flimsy because I want precision. So I really like this one for my eyebrows. The MAC 263 I use for gel eyeliner and for just to do like a winged eyeliner because I think the angle is really nice for doing a wing eyeliner. And the Real Techniques brow brush is a bit thick for brows, but I like to use it to smudge eyeliner on my top lash line and on my bottom lash line. So I really like all of these 3. This e.l.f. mascara and shadow shield I've showed on my blog before. It's really handy when I'm working like with really dark colours and I've already done my face makeup and I don't want my eyeshadow to end up all over my face, because all you do is you put this underneath your eye there and you apply your makeup and it sort of captures all the eyeshadow. Or you can put it over the eye and apply your, what's it called, mascara without getting it all over the lid. So it's really helpful. I know a lot of people say that you can do that with things that you have already, like tissue paper and things like that. But if you have a tool for it and it's cheap, why not? This is like a rubbery bit, so you can wash this. But yeah, I really like this. I think it's quite a neat gimmicky invention. Then the only brow and lash brush that I've got is this one, like a spoolie mascara brush, and I use this to get rid of clumps on my mascara, my eyelashes. So yeah, like this one because it's the only one that I have, and I don't think a more expensive one of those would make much difference. So yeah, really like this one. And the Eco Tools, I don't know how to say it, Eco Tools pencil brush. Don't really use it that much, but sometimes it does save my life when I need a pencil brush. For tweezers, my Tweezerman tweezers are my all-time favourite. I've never looked back since I've bought it, and it's just the best tweezers that I've ever tried. I then also bought these Tweezerman Precision tweezers, and I regret so much doing it because it was so expensive. I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. I was somewhere and I forgot these tweezers, and I desperately needed to tweeze my eyebrows or something because they were like growing like crazy. And I didn't want to buy another one of these because I knew I already had that. So my crazy brain said, well, why don't you buy a different one? And you know, that way you can justify spending the money. And you don't have a pointed tweezer, so let's splash out and get the most expensive one. And it's just rubbish because I just can't even get the tiny little hairs with it, which is what it was made for. For tweezing, I really don't like this. Right, now for face brushes. These are all the face brushes here. Let's start with the easy fan brushes. I don't use any of them. This one just looks horrible. It's aged so badly, and yeah, I don't really use them, so none of these are favorites. For dual fiber brushes, I've got 3 of them, which are like flat, and to be honest, I've grown out of them. I really liked them a year ago or a couple of years ago. They were amazing. I loved them. I used this one for my foundation all the time, but I really don't like it anymore, and the effect doesn't really please me. I don't like it. If anything, I like it for cream blushes, and I don't wear cream blushes that much. So if I were to recommend one of them, I would recommend the Real Techniques one, because these two, this one is too small, this one is too big, and they're just, I don't know. I just don't like them, and fair enough if people like them, but they just don't do anything for me. For flat foundation brushes, I've got these 5, and I'm just going to remove the ones that I really don't use or don't like. Bare Minerals, Bare Essentials, whatever it's called, Light Stroke, don't use this. Elegant Touch, don't use this. The Real Techniques pointed foundation brush is okay. I don't use it because it's too small for foundation, so don't really recommend. My top 2 are really the Giorgio Armani one and the Japonesque one. The Armani one comes in this little thing here, which I really like to protect the brush. And this one is my favourite. This is what I apply my foundation with, and it looks really nice. I think it's small enough for my face, but not too small that it takes ages for me to apply the whole of my foundation. This Japanese one is really nice as well. As you can see, it's angled, so sometimes this one is better at getting into like the little corners than this one. But yeah, I use both of them and I really like both of them, but I think in terms of ranking, this one comes first and then this one. For powder brushes, I only have one and I really like it. So it's really nice and fluffy and it's really big. So I just apply like a light layer of powder like all over my face, and it does the job well, so I like it. Now for blush brushes, I will start by eliminating the ones that I don't use. This one here from number 7 was my first blush brush, and at the time I thought it was amazing, but now that I've tried other brushes, I don't really like it. It's not really soft, there's no angle to it, so the application of the product is not very natural looking. You have to blend it quite a lot. It might be useful if you have a bigger face than me, and you can use this for contouring under your cheekbones. But for me, it's a bit too big for contouring. The e.l.f. Mineral Powder Brush, it's a bit too stiff for me. I know this is a powder brush, but it's more of a blush brush for me. But it just packs too much product for my taste. The MAC 123 SH brush, I think, is just a short version of the 123 brush. It's sort of tapered, so it's not really great for blush application for me. And yeah, I save it for when I want to blend contouring products on my face. My all-time favorite brush and my favorite blush brush is the Japonesque blush brush. I think this is a travel size one, and it just has the best shape for me, and yeah, it's just really soft. All Japanese brushes are so soft, and this one is not an exception. It's really soft, really dense, doesn't shed at all, so I really like this. And the Real Techniques blush brush, which I never use for blush because it's so big. I use this for bronzing my face. So I think this comes first, then the Real Techniques, and then the MAC brush in the blush brush category. But like I said, I don't use all of them for blush. The only one that I use for blush is this one, and these 2 are more for contouring. So the last 2 brushes that don't fit in any other categories are the contour brush and the, what's it called? The buffing brush. The buffing brush I use to blend and buff the foundation on my face after I apply it with the Giorgio Armani foundation brush, and the contour brush I use for contour. And yeah, it sounds obvious, but these are the most amazing brushes for what they do. This one is my favorite for blending foundation on my face. It just gets rid of any lines and it blends everything flawlessly, and it works really well with the Armani flat foundation brush. And this one is great at placing the colour where you want it to go. So if you're contouring your face, this one just sits right where you want it to sit. and apply the colour beautifully, and then I can blend it with my Real Techniques blush brush, which I showed you before. So these are all of my brushes. I hope this video was useful to some of you looking to get some brushes, and yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these brushes and what are your favourite brushes, sort of like your holy grail brushes. I don't have many Stigma brushes. I want to get some more. I think the flat foundation or something brush, everyone says it's really good. I also want to get more eyeshadow brushes because I know I showed lots of them, but I don't have loads that are really good. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next video. Bye! So if any of you that have oily skin have tried this foundation, please leave your comments below so that we can all benefit from your experiences.